Hey guys, Golden here, and welcome back to another Fortnite Mobile video today. In this video, guys, since you guys seem to really like the Fortnite Mobile update videos, I've decided to make more for you guys. So obviously I'm going to make more of the content you like than maybe some other things. Now don't worry, we still have some of those other videos coming in the future. But for now, I plan on making a lot more of these type of videos because the Fortnite Mobile community always has things for me to talk about. So I think it's time to get into the video. As you may or may not know, in the last video we talked about controller support, and we even were able to record gameplay with controller support. However, unfortunately, a couple hours after that video was uploaded, controller support was no longer available. Now honestly, that got me really annoyed. I don't know why Fortnite decided to remove controller support when it was already functioning perfectly fine, but then again, who knows, maybe it just really wasn't fully complete or something. But while I was playing it, despite some delay and not being able to crouch, it was super fun. Now, if you do want to watch that video, I will leave the link down below. But now, it appears controller support is coming back really soon. With the new updates released, if you look into settings, you can now see some new controller settings. Okay, yeah, I'll name them out for you guys. By the way, if you want to find these, you can scroll all the way down to the bottom of the settings tab on Fortnite Mobile. So first, we got toggle sprint by default for controller, sprint by default for controller, and even toggle targeting for controller. Epic Games is preparing for controller support to come back in Fortnite Mobile. Again, why did Epic have to remove it in the first place? I have no answer, but it appears it could be making a return within the next couple months. Next in the news, 60 FPS. The new update, Fortnite added 60 FPS to the iPad Pro 2nd generation. Unfortunately though, still no iPhone X. But also, a couple new devices can now run Fortnite. The Snapdragon 710 chipsets, such as, Samsung A8s, Nokia 8.1, and the Oppo R17 Pro. Also, the Vivo Z3 now has support, along with the Samsung A9 and normal Oppo R17. They also made the icons more visible in the snow, which I really like, and they also fixed a bug, which I've experienced a couple times, where you can't interact with anything, and it basically forces you to restart your game. Another huge thing I think we should talk about is this weird input blocked text thing every time you die. Now obviously the point in this was to stop players from using a keyboard and mouse on mobile or a controller, but for players like me who don't use controllers on mobile at the moment, I'm still getting this weird input blocked message on my screen. And what's even funnier is the fact that people are telling me if you see this, your account's gonna get banned. First off, your account's not getting banned, okay? Second off, this is a clear bug on Epic's part. But I looked over YouTube and hardly anyone's actually talked about this, so I decided I have to quickly explain to you what the heck this means. So this input blocked text started appearing on player screens a couple of weeks ago. Now if you play Fortnite Mobile, you've probably seen this a couple times every time you die. It's kind of annoying, kind of weird, I don't know. Whenever this appears, you can see an icon of a keyboard and mouse indicating they are blocking you from doing something involving a keyboard and mouse. Now because I'm a nerd, I decided to look up the definition of an input. Here's what I found. A place where or a device through which energy or information enters a system. So yeah, this kind of sounds confusing to me, not gonna lie, but for my eyes this basically means every time you do something like type a key on a keyboard, you input that signal into your computer. Now I'm not really a technology guy, so I could be completely wrong, but that's what I see from my eyes. So for those of you who are wondering what this input blocked text means, well, it's simply trying to warn you that if you are using a keyboard and mouse on mobile, you can't, because it will block any signal you're trying to send into Fortnite Mobile. So don't worry, I don't know why people who aren't using a keyboard and mouse on mobile are still getting this pop-up, but I wouldn't think too much of it. Next in the news, I think we should also simply mention this update made mobile feel times 10 better easily. Recently before this update, mobile was just kind of feeling overall a bit laggy. But once this update came out, man, while I was building my 90s, it just felt super clean. Now this was a larger update than normal, and if you didn't know, the reason for this was to decrease load times. This update was about 2.7 gigabytes, which is kinda crazy for a mobile update, meaning you'd simply be able to load into a game quicker. But I also feel like this update made mobile feel a lot smoother. Now the match loading time had only been an issue for me a couple times. For example, there was one where I finally loaded in and I was already kicked out of the battle bus. But other than that, it wasn't that big of an issue for me. Now the last thing I want to talk about in this video is Fortnite Mobile tournaments. Now, if you're good at Fortnite Mobile, or at least you think you're good, the second you get into tournaments, you will feel like you're bad all of a sudden. Now, when tournaments were first announced and I realized they were on mobile, I thought, okay, well, I'm pretty good at mobile, so I might as well play mobile and win every single tournament. This is going to be super easy. But once you actually get into games, you immediately just get destroyed. So I know a lot of mobile players are bots, but in tournaments, those players are not bots. So I just want to mention that, because if you are expecting to play mobile and win every single tournament, it simply is not happening. Anyways, guys, that's all of the Fortnite Mobile news for today. To stay up to date with everything Fortnite Mobile, please consider subscribing and tapping that bell right after you subscribe to get my videos the second they are uploaded. Also, consider using code GLDENYT before every purchase in the item shop. Follow me on Twitter at GLDENYT without the O. Thank you all for 3,000 subscribers. That's actually insane. This has been Golden. Do with this information as you will, and I'll see ya in the next video. Asai.